Hello, today we're going to present a brief biography of Edmund Burke, an 18th-century Irish philosopher and politician, widely recognized for his reflections on politics, society and human nature. Burke stood out for his conservative views, arguing that the preservation of traditions and institutions is essential for social stability. One of his best-known phrases, which synthesizes this thinking, is, ****, those who do not know history are condemned to repeat it. ***. With this statement, Burke emphasizes the importance of learning from the past in order to avoid making the same mistakes in the present and future.
I was born on the 12th of January 1729 in Dublin to an Anglo-Irish family. The religious environment of my childhood was marked by diversity, with my father, Richard Burke, being Anglican, and my mother, Mary Nagle, remaining Catholic. This coexistence with different beliefs molded my pluralistic and tolerant outlook, something that would later influence my political thinking. I studied at Trinity College in Dublin, where I developed a deep interest in literature, philosophy, and history. After completing my studies, I moved to London in 1750 with the intention of pursuing a career in law. However, I soon realized that law didn't appeal to me, and I decided to devote myself to philosophy and writing. I entered politics in 1765, when I was elected to the British Parliament as a member of the Whig Party. Over the course of almost 30 years as a parliamentarian, I became involved in a number of important issues. One of my first major contributions was the defense of the rights of the American colonists. Although I didn't support independence, I opposed Britain's oppressive taxation policies, advocating a conciliatory agreement between Britain and its colonies. I entered politics in 1765, when I was elected to the British Parliament as a member of the Whig Party. Over the course of almost 30 years as a parliamentarian, I became involved in a number of important issues. One of my first major contributions was the defense of the rights of the American colonists. Although I didn't support independence, I opposed Britain's oppressive taxation policies, advocating a conciliatory agreement between Britain and its colonies. Another issue I defended was the reform of the British administration in India. I denounced the corruption and abuses committed by the East India Company, and was one of the leading voices in the impeachment of Warren Hastings, the Governor-General of India, who I considered guilty of tyranny and mismanagement. In 1790, I published my most famous work, Reflections on the Revolution in France. In it, I criticized the French Revolution, which I saw as a threat to traditions and social stability. I always believed that radical and sudden changes, such as those promoted by the Revolution, were dangerous and led to chaos. I argued that reforms should be gradual and respect established institutions, a central belief in my conservative thinking. On a personal level, the greatest tragedy of my life was the death of my only son, Richard Burke, Jr. in 1794. His loss shook me deeply, accelerating my withdrawal from public life. I died on the 9th of July 1797, but I left a lasting legacy. My conservative ideas, the call for moderation and the preservation of traditions continue to influence political thinking to this day.